So let me know once you're able to see my screen. Smith.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Are you able to see my deck, the presentation mode?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm Prathap Reddy. I'm Microsoft A MVP. So I work as an agentic AI consultant at Sulavamia. And today's session, we are, deep dive into the Microsoft IQ, especially what are the latest enhancements that is comes from after build and ignite from last year to till now. Okay, so today's we have different IQ layers, how it really helpful for the business requirement point of view, how we can utilize this IQ layers. So when should we use this IQ layers, and also everything we can deep dive into the one layer by one layer and all. And so if you have any queries, feel free to raise your voice and let me know, so we can discuss on those things and all. And the first of all, thank you so much for this providing this opportunity, the Pune Tech community, Smita, Nandip, and Kunj and Siddharth. So yeah, we can go forward. Let me turn off my cam. Okay. So first of all, I would like to understand from you, how many of you are aware of the Microsoft IQ layer? I think it's pretty new. Most of the people aware of the IQ layers. We have four different IQ layers. So why we need IQ layers? We have to understand, so what is, we have all the data sources and all the, so while integrating to, while adding this knowledge set to all the agents. So why Microsoft again bringing this Microsoft IQ? So especially in different platforms and different technology areas and also. So let me discuss one by one. Um, yeah. So the main thing is so increase the agent accuracy up to 80%. So earlier, whenever we can create any agent, so sometimes the agents might hallucinate and all, right? So on that time, at least we can find something good, the resources and good service that can give you the at least 80% of the accuracy and all. So that's where the Microsoft comes into the picture, and it will create the Microsoft IQ layers under. Okay. So, and also it will reduce the operational cost by 60%. So it is one of the great thing, earlier, it will take a lot of tokens, lot of cost. So whenever we can retrieve any information from the document, whenever we can retrieve any information from the particular databases and all. So once they launch this Microsoft IQ layer, so it will reduce the lot of cost as well. And yeah, so this is the major thing. So we can discuss today's session. So especially Microsoft IQ, this platform, like Unified Intelligence Enterprise AI. So this Unified Intelligence is mainly, uh, it's settled down into four different layers, like is work IQ, fabric IQ, foundry IQ, and web IQ. So work IQ is mainly, it will handles the how your employees work, everything related. For example, I'm working at Sulavamia, so whatever the information related to me and whatever the information related to my enterprise, employer data, so everything it will falls under this work IQ. So you can text and you can prompt to this work IQ within the M365 Copilot, within the Outlook, wherever you are using any M365 Copilot, you just prompt to that one, it will try to give you the best responses out of it. So it is one of the great, enterprise like this work IQ is, it will try to give you the best responses out of it. And coming to the Fabric IQ, so we can call it as Fabric is unified analytics platform. This unified analytics platform, so everything, so it will mainly handles the business, business operates, so what are the day where the data lands and how we can utilize this data and how we can create the solutions out of it. So this Fabric IQ is mainly deals with this unified business operations and all. And next thing is Foundry IQ. The Foundry IQ, so I love this platform. This Foundry IQ is mainly depends on the how agents unlock the knowledge. So we have the data sources in the different ways. The data comes from the a different databases and files and structured, unstructured, or semi-structured, so different formats of data. So we are trying to use this Foundry IQ as one of the greatest platforms. It will try to retrieve, it will try to give you the best responses whenever we can integrate this Foundry IQ within your enterprise, within your knowledge layer. And that means whenever we can create an agent, so you can add this Foundry IQ. Okay. and web IQ. So this is the new IQ. So recently after in the build, Satya announced this web IQ. So this web IQ is more over lands on the web news and images and all. Okay. And so Microsoft IQ platform is this is like intelligence for the enterprise area. So the first thing we can discuss is the web IQ. Okay, in this web IQ, so the data, okay, the grounded APIs, where the data exactly is comes from, this data is from web, this data is coming from news and images and videos and browser data. So this Foundry, this Microsoft Web IQ, and this mainly grab the information. So, and one more thing, this Web IQ is mainly depends upon the quality of the data and the speed of the data, how it is retrieving and giving back to the agents, and the token efficiency as well. So earlier, so before we are using this Web IQ, so it will take a lot of tokens, and again, recently the Microsoft announced the markdown as well. So if you can use this markdown, so you can completely minimize the token efficiency, I mean, and token cost, and it will try to give you the best results out of it. And this is mainly this web IQ is grab the information is mainly on this grounded APIs, like in a web, you can web in a sense, what out the Bing search and what everything that will lands on it, and news and images, videos and browser, what everything information comes and land under the web IQ under. Okay. And Microsoft IQ platform. So again, so the another greatest platform is Foundry IQ. So this Foundry IQ, I think I know this most of the people already gone through the different things, Foundry IQ layers, in this Foundry, where we can create the agents, we can deploy, we can create. So it is a unified platform where we can create the agents and deploy into the enterprise things and all. Okay. Now I would like to deep dive into the what exactly this Foundry IQ. So this Foundry IQ is mainly context engineering, whatever the information we have, so we have to specific to that one, mainly we can depends upon the agentic RAG engine and knowledge bases as well. So agentic RAG is again depends upon the different knowledge bases, like I would like to show you in the next slide. And again, coming back to the enterprise context, this enterprise context, we do have agent memory and enriched metadata and embedding. So these are the main things that will it have the best accuracy responses again, and knowledge sources and all. So these knowledge sources, so again, your apps, your structured and unstructured, semi-structured. So this data will be comes from the different platforms and different data sources and all. So that's why we can call it as knowledge sources, and we can embed this data into your Foundry IQ layers and all. Okay. Now coming to the next slide. So here we have so knowledge base. So we have the different knowledge bases, agentic retrieval engine. So for example, let's say I have the different knowledge bases. So one knowledge base is mainly grab the information from the one lake, fabric, and the MCPs. So another data no, I mean knowledge base is retrieving the information from the Copilot and AI search and different platforms of things. So another knowledge base is again retrieving the information from the MCP, SharePoint, and Bing search. And so these are the way, we can extract the information and we can make it as one agentic retrieval engine. So with the n number of knowledge layers under. So that we can say n number of knowledge bases under. So what are the, so we can also create the custom connectors. We'll get the knowledge base, we can connect to that agent and it will try to give the best responses out of it. Now, so coming to the Foundry IQ again. So here we do have enterprise grade security, so unlocking the knowledge for your agents, so this Foundry IQ is mainly depends upon the enterprise grade security, so we have the certain policies, and whenever we can have any information out of it, whenever we can retrieve any information, so it will be any responsible AI features will be happened in this Foundry IQ. And moreover, we do have unified governance. So unified governance, we can say, I think I'm not sure how many of you are aware of the Microsoft Purview. So we can say this Microsoft Purview, we can call it as unified governance. So where this Microsoft Purview, it will try to give you the best policies and it will try to give the best governance for the our agentic the retrieval and all. Okay. And We can also use this Foundry IQ in our serverless developer, like, and it will be already in public preview. So you can also utilize these things in our, whenever we can create any agents within the, semantic kernel or Microsoft Foundry, or else in any VS Code and all. So these are the main, capabilities that you can use it in Microsoft IQ layers and all. Okay. Now, another IQ platform. So I would like to say this IQ platform is mainly this Fabric IQ, like we can call it as unified analytics platform. And 1 minute. Yeah. So this Fabric IQ, so how your business operates, like, so how my data, like, for example, let's say I work at Sulawamia. So how the data is coming, so what, where the data is existing, so how we can use this, data for the business operations and all. So for example, unified business and understanding, so where we have the data from across the world, like, multi models and the models, rules and actions, so we can get this information and we can provoke and we can directly ingest into the business operations and all. And so, and also we can understand and access live context-rich data. So we do have some context-rich data, so where we can directly ingest our data and grab the information. So whenever you can ask any Fabric IQ, so okay, this is what, like, how I want to implement, and so I want to integrate this one. So I want to give the information out of it. So you can ask some, like, pretty simple and pretty straightforward questions to the Fabric IQ. It will try to give you the responses back again. And agents with the business context. So Power BI agents in Foundry and Fabric also, like, business context. Like, this is my business context. For example, let's say I want to create one booking agent. Okay, so for the booking agent, I don't have any data out of it. So the data is landing on the Fabric, and the data sources are connected to the Fabric. So this Fabric data, for example, I want to book a flight ticket, I want to book a flight, so I need the users data, I need the, like, all the AP information, everything, it is landed on the Foundry. Okay, so on that time, like, I want to connect to this Foundry with the help of Fabric IQ. So this knowledge source is Fabric IQ, so then I can easily contact. And then the business context is also straightforward, like, this is my business context, so you can create and you can use this data, so it will try to ingest according to the what are the business operations we have. So these are the ways, like, we can utilize this Fabric IQ. And so earlier, we don't have these capabilities. So for getting the better and good results out of it, but we do have one of the great IQ layers right now. Like, and we can ingest our data into the our existing platforms and our existing business requirements and all. Okay, and Fabric IQ. So this Fabric IQ is mainly depends on the two layers. So one is people and another one is agents. So the people, so we can think like, operational intelligence we do have, and real-time ontologies and all. Okay. So but the agents is mainly depends upon the IQ. So what is the IQ of, so which IQ I want to use and all. In a Fabric IQ, again, the people, it will try to give you the best results from the business intelligence and the semantic models. We can definitely use that one. But agents is again directly use this Power BI, and is also, like, so this agents and people again use this thing. So this business intelligence, we can call it as Power BI. So, and also, like, and earlier, like, we do have the operational intelligence. This operational intelligence, we can call it as IQ. So this operational intelligence IQ, it is combination of both the business intelligence and as well as the unified data. So this unified data, right, like, so one, like, we can call it as unified data. So one platform, one architecture, and one data. So we can call it as Microsoft Fabric. So earlier, this is, we can call it as one lake. So this one lake is mainly structured, unstructured, event, and graph. So every data so is available within this one lake. In this one lake, like, we can directly ingest into the Power BI, we can directly ingest to the Microsoft Fabric IQ, and this layer. So we can all again, integrate into the what are the business requirement, the context aware things. So like earlier, what we discussed, like, agents with the business context, like, so mainly we can use it in the Foundry and as well as the Fabric. So straightforward to the business requirements and all. So that's why. Hmm, excuse me. So we do have two layers. One is people and one is agents. So This fabric IQ is, lands on the operational intelligence, that is IQ, and the business intelligence, that we can call it as Power BI, and unified data we can call it as one lake. So this complete thing we can say it as fabric IQ. So fabric is the combination of IQ, Power BI, and one lake. Okay, so whenever the business requirement comes in, whenever the context aware comes in, then we can directly use this fabric IQ for the real-time business requirement point of view. Now, coming to the so one lake unifies the world data. So that's why we can call it as so earlier we can say it this one lake platform, we can say it as this unified platform, we can call it as I mean, Microsoft Fabric, we can call it as one platform, one architecture, one unified data. So that is, we can call it as Microsoft Fabric. So unified analytics platform. So this unified platform, is having the information, this business information from the SAP and ServiceNow and Salesforce, we'll get this tickets information, the business contact information, Salesforce and Agentforce information. So that will be comes from the business, and the data providers from the Epic to the LSEG. So these are all the major data providers like Adobe, Sager, and SAS. These are the major data providers. So why, so across on-prem and all the clouds, so we have the data comes in. So this data we can use with the help of the one lake. So now, this one lake is again we do have cloud and on-prem storage, from the Dell and where we have the stored in cloud and on-prem data. So we can utilize this with the help of one lake as well. And business and productivity. So we do have the business and productivity services like M365, Copilot Studio, Foundry, SharePoint, and Dataverse. So these are the major business and productivity things. And Azure and hybrid things, we do have an Azure and hybrid managed entity data, so we can use for this one lake data point of view. And moreover, so we do have fabric data. So this fabric is so real-time intelligence and fabric IQ and dynamics and everything, Power BI. So fabric. So these all the data is landed on this one. And data platforms that like Snowflake too. All the data providers like Databricks and Informatica, MongoDB. So these are the major providers of the data platform. So this one unifies the everything, like business, data providers, cloud, on-prem, business productivity, Azure and hybrid, and fabric and data platform. So these are the major things that you can utilize it for the Microsoft managed data. So that so all the databases, apps and files, and we don't have the zero ETL. We can use the zero ETL, so that you don't need to extract, transform, load operations anymore. You can directly use this one and fabric IQ for the business context aware requirement and all. Now, so in Power BI, semantic models. So in the semantic models, for example, let's say we do have semantic models like lake house, databases, warehouse, and event house. These are the major things, and so these are the major things that is available in the one lake. So again, I mean, this unified platform is connected to Azure, AWS S3, buckets and all for the data, and GCP, and also the Dataverse for the data, and Databricks, Snowflake, and on-prem. So the data is comes from the different resources, right? The Azure, we do have the storage containers, and Azure AWS have the storage containers, and Google have their own storage containers. And again, we have the Dataverse where we have the data, and Databricks, Snowflake, on-prem data. So everything we can interlink with this one lake. So this one lake we can directly ingest into the Power BI semantic, and where we can we create the repositories and key enablers and 35 million users for the semantic models right now. And moreover, this one lake we can directly use it into the any agent creation, any slides creation. So we can able to use this one lake for the um whenever you have any requirement. And also you can ask this directly to the fabric IQ. So this is what I'm looking for, this is the data I want, can you please give me this data, so that you can retrieve the information out of it. So that is it easy for us to get the insights and get the business aware of the what is going on. So how we can implement our policies, how we can implement the enablements and everything, we can business aware of this Power BI and semantic models and all. Okay, now fabric IQ and analysis, in this fabric IQ, so we do have the public preview as it is right now, it's public preview. So this ontology, it is depends upon the like a different things, everything will be interconnected. Like for example, let's say human to like ticketing to gym, and ticketing to the again ticket, so everything, it is interlinked. So whatever we are doing every day, it is interlinked. Okay, so that we can have the every day, like we are using our mobile phone, like how our data is consuming, how our data is landing, and where it is landing, and so everything we can, you know it will be tracking on the ontology, and the way we can track all this information, and all, we can store it in somewhere. And also this fabric IQ ontologies is mainly there are three layers. One is, sorry, this fabric IQ three layers. One is A agents and teams. And we can, for example, let's say, for example, we have A agents as one team, and teams as one of them. For example, let's say me and my colleagues are one team. So we can have the what are the work we are doing. So we can store it in some way. And also we can, what are the data it is coming from. Like for example, let's say what are the ontology. So it is storing, like it is grabbing the information from the tables and streamline data, and everything it will be comes from. And how we are extracting and exporting this data is operational systems, different operational systems. Here we can say define how your business works, in work IQ. So in fabric IQ, so how the business works, where the data is landing, so which models you are using, how much cost it is, everything it is stated by this fabric IQ. So whenever we can work in the streamline data and the start on data, so model organizations and everything, these are the major changes. So these are the major ontologies that whenever we can comes into the picture of anything related to the work IQ, fabric IQ and all. And coming to the last IQ layer, so we can call it as, this is the last one, I think, work IQ. In this work IQ, so this work IQ, workplace intelligence, is designed for unique needs of agent. So I mean, this is generally available from June 16. So you can use even we are trying this, I don't know like how many of you are creating in this work IQ images and all. You can just give one prompt. It will try to give you a create, just give one prompt along with your image. So it will try to create one of the best sketch art, so what you are doing, so who you are directly connecting with, what are the your major roles, so what data, I mean, like what projects you are working on. So everything it will describe, it will try to create a best image out of it. So I'll show you that one, how we how I created that one. And workplace intelligence is also so this work IQ is mainly utilizes the I mean like all our work data, so what I'm working on, so which projects I'm working on, so which, I mean, who I'm connecting every day, who is my manager and who is my CEO, and every data. This work IQ knows everything like related to all the information, emails point of view, documents point of view. So by because documents, so it is having again like M365 is connected directly, and yeah, all the information, this work IQ is mainly optimized for the agentic use, so whenever we do have any information slightly, if you want to ingest this work IQ, we can use this work IQ in directly in the CLI and GitHub Copilot as well, and also in Copilot Studio, and also we can use this work IQ in the Foundry as well. So directly you can ingest your work data under. Okay. Now, so we have the comprehensive information as well. So how the quality of information it is giving us. So how secure this information. So let's see, even I'm trying to do any demonstration. Even I'm trying to do any demonstrations within the agent IQ travel and all. And the time we are worried about like whether the data is secure or whether the data prevention, how what are the data preventions. So there's nothing bother about, because we have all the data policies and we have the data governance is available for this work IQ. So everything will be stored and everything will be there's nothing breach will be there. So that's why we have everything certainly work for this work IQ under. Okay. Now, so this work IQ components, for example, it is mainly depends upon the agent to agent retrieval. So agent to agent, if you have the parent agent, if you have the child agent, so it is depends upon the agent to agent retrieval. And also MCPs as well, so model text protocol. So this is the major thing, so whenever we have implement something information, we do have different things in MCP is also is one of the great thing. So let's say Excuse me. So we have the MCPs available in Copilot Studio, Work IQ MCP available in Foundry IQ. Excuse me. Sorry. So this MCPs, this Work IQ MCP is available in Copilot Studio. If you want to connect to your business data and all. And also if you this MCP is this Work IQ MCP is again available in the Microsoft Foundry. You can connect directly into and you can ingest your data. And also you can use it directly REST APIs as well for you can use this work IQ and all. So this work IQ is mainly dependent. For example, let's say here in the left hand side we have agent to agent, MCP and REST API is connected to the chat, context and tools and workspace. Again, this information is connected to the organization intelligence. So organization intelligence in the sense like what are the documents or who are the people I'm working on, and what are the emails and everything everything it is interconnected with the help of for this work IQ and also agent. So for example, if you want to create any agents for internally so which people, so we want to know something about Pratap, what Pratap is doing and what Divya is doing, what Smita is doing. So like if we have all the information, because work IQ have all the information, so you don't want to go anywhere and all, you just create one agent. You can integrate this MCP into like Foundry or any Copilot Studio. Directly you can ask what exactly Pratap is doing, so what exactly which projects Pratap is doing, and you can retrieve all the information so that it will try to give you the best responses out of it, because like we are directly integrating the work activity components into the what are the business requirement, what are the agents we are adding to it. and and we do have a refund agent, so it is mainly so one of the thing for the grounded IQ levels and all. So we do have, so GitHub Copilot CLI. So in the GitHub Copilot CLI plus work IQ, it will try to give you the best results out of it. So for check my mailbox for Amanda's agent ID and all. So for example, let's say if you can ask this question, if you ask this prompt, it will try to give you back the best results out of it. Let me show you this how we can drive this work IQ within the Microsoft Foundry and sorry, Microsoft M365 chat as well. And so we can do a lot many things with the help of work IQ and fabric IQ, foundry IQ. So because maybe in the next couple of years, these are the knowledge layers. So the completely the databases and everything, it will be removed and we can have the IQ layers that will be landed in the next couple of years. So because this agent understands only the knowledge, the data. So data is depends upon that again this knowledge, so knowledge layers and all. So that's why like this Microsoft Foundry, we can use this GitHub Copilot plus Work IQ with GitHub CLI plus Fabric IQ, Foundry IQ, and Web IQ. We can use and it can retrieve the information out of it. And refund process with Foundry agent. We have the Web IQ for the grounded web content. So like Foundry IQ, Fabric IQ, Work IQ. So this information it will be landed inside this Foundry. So where we have the enter ID where you can create the user authentication, role-based access, and IAM, everything you can give it to within the Microsoft Foundry. So whom you need to give for this Web IQ access, Foundry IQ access, Fabric IQ access, and Work IQ access. So everything it will be on your control whenever you can create any agents, whenever you can create any applications out of it. Okay. Now, and one more thing. So here the data sources. So the data sources for the Web IQ is web, and Foundry IQ is files and policies and all the different databases and that. The Fabric IQ is mainly depends upon the one lake. And work IQ mainly depends upon the emails and Teams chart and also M365 data. Okay. And this will be interconnected to the agent registration. This is the administration, like where how you can govern your agent, how you can handle your agent, how you can monitor your agent. So everything that will be in your hand. So this agent 65, it's still autopilot mode, so it's not generally available. So if you want, you can you can try demo with the help of the your on Microsoft account. You can have you can control your agents whenever you can create any agents out of it. So how much cost for how much money it is spent we spend for this particular agent and all everything you can manage. So it is mainly on the security side and the governance side of your agent world and all. Okay. And yeah, it is how this agent 65 is connected. We do have M365 Teams, Outlook, and shipment dashboard. So these are the refund agent where we can understand everything, every layer, like what exactly Web IQ, what exactly Foundry IQ, what exactly Fabric IQ, Work IQ, everything. So how you are going to use this one. So everything you can understand and refine your agent with other governed IQs and all. And we do have enterprise ready foundation, like Microsoft IQ. So this permits aware the policy side, like we do have permissions aware and policy aligned, and agent decisions are fully traceable, and centrally managed governance. So centrally managed governance, so we can call it as governance policies, that is mainly depends on the what we can say, Microsoft Purview and the data policies. And so this is, we can call it as Microsoft Foundry. And we do have the different IQ layers called Microsoft IQ, for layers called like Foundry IQ, Work IQ, Fabric IQ, and Web IQ. So these are the major layers. And so if you want to learn more about the Microsoft IQ and so these are the major things, like you can get the code, you can take the screenshot, you can go and you can try the hands-on lab of the Microsoft IQ, how it is really helpful for us and and finally, let me show you the uh, Web IQ, sorry, Work IQ. I think I have only one thing ready to show you how this Work IQ really helpful for me. I think most of the people are using Work IQ. This Work IQ, like now you can do designs, so world design and new design. So you can enable your new design. So in this new design, like let me enable this one. And we do have like two things in MAM365 Copilot, like chat and Copilot, where you can retrieve all the information. So you can also use this work IQ, and here you can also select the responses, like how which model it is using, and also you can also select which model you want, cloud models or GPT models and all. And yeah, just let me try a few emails. I think I have already tried. Yeah, so which mails I need to use and all. So I just given one prompt. Let's see how it will try to give you the response, because this work IQ have all the information. Okay. So like my email data, Teams chat information, everything, it will try to give you the responses. Okay. Uh, Give me 10 to 15 seconds, it will give you the response back. Yeah. So it is giving list of unread emails and all. And so the priority is high and email thread latest tender. So these are the some of the information. So that is coming from my email IDs, and so not included. So these are the main email IDs that I'm not link. I didn't see that one and you can also see a few more things, like let me try a few more prompts. 1 second. Mm, 1 second. Okay, let me try to give few more prompts I have. So I'll try to give few more prompts. Prepare me for my afternoon customer meeting. So I just given one prompt. Let's see how it will retrieve back. And I'll try to give another. So because so whenever you can prompt anything, so it will try to give you the responses, and it will try to retrieve the information with the help of grounded reality of information from the Outlook information, from the Teams chat and everything. So if you have information, it will try to give you the response outcome. So I just given my information, like prepare my afternoon customer meeting. It is giving some quick meeting brief, okay, say AGMs and all. So it will try to give you the best result. So it is moreover like what I'm exactly working on. So what exactly I'm looking for and all, okay. And yeah, so this is the one of the context of the how we can use the another. And also I can try, this is referring me, try it with my day. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, so before that, and I would like to show you how we can use the, allow me 1 minute. Let me turn off my cam because it's lagging. So it is giving the responses back. And so what exactly I ask for example, say prepare me afternoon customer meeting, it is giving the afternoon meeting, and so you don't have any clearly upcoming afternoon customers meetings, and but it gives some information, and so you can use the work IQ like several ways, and now I'll come back to the Safari. Here you can create the your knowledge source for the Foundry IQ, and coming to the Microsoft Foundry. Here this Microsoft Foundry, like you can create, first of all you can create one resource, like for example with your name, create one resource. In most of the people aware of how to create the resource subscription, resource, which source group you want, and name like Pune Tech community, something like and region you can select which one, and also project name you can use project, or like you can try to give Pune Tech something. After that, just to try to give storage account, which storage account you are looking for, inbounding network, and keep it as it is, and Outlook network. So don't change anything, and at the end, like once the validation is done, then you can create the account. Okay, so once you create the account, so then you can come back to the Microsoft Foundry. Just tap on create. So tap on again here, Foundry, and here select any resource, uh, and tap on go to Foundry portal. It will redirect you into the Microsoft Foundry. So we do have two foundries now. So one is older version and another one is the new version. So you can utilize it, but maybe so if you want to utilize the Microsoft Foundry IQ, better you can use latest version. So new designer, it is available, and allow me 1 minute. Yeah, this is a new designer. You can create your new agent, like maybe test playground. You can go test playground, and you can select any agent. And yeah, so we do have different things, like you can monitor everything, monitor your data, and also playground details and races. So monitor how much cost and everything, and evaluations as well. So you can do whatever you can do for your business context and business requirement point of view. And here the model I'm using is GPT-5, and you can also integrate the, say first of all I'll like to save this agent. Let me add Phonetic. Okay. Okay. So I would like to show you how we can connect the Foundry IQ and all. So I don't have the real-time information data and all. So you can directly connect your knowledge source. So this is the Pune Tech agent. So you can use your which model you are using. You can select which model you want, and you can go for the SLMs or LLMs, which that is in your hand, like small models or large models. And you can also enable what you want, like web searcher and all. So but directly you can also add the knowledge source, so you can create your connect your Foundry IQ. So for connect your Foundry IQ, the first thing is like you just need like Foundry resource, and also like you can create one Foundry resource. For example, let's say this Foundry resource is mainly depends on the AI search and all. So first you can create your Foundry resource, and then you can specify the auth type, like how you authenticate your Foundry IQ and all. So whether it is an API key, enter ID, and all. So initially now I'll try to give you the API key only. So once you're done, then you can tap on connect and all. So once you connect, then you can tap on whatever the knowledge source you are already have. So after once you tap on that one, so then you can add the how many files, the data sources and all. So you can add whatever the data sources that will be accepted for, and also acceptable users, like everything, like whatever the data source you want to specifically train for your agent. For example, I'll try to create one booking agent. I want to add my booking agent content, like the policies, return policy, shipping policies, warranty, everything, like something related to my requirement and all. After that, so you can also add the data sources, like I tell you, like we can directly connect to this work IQ and all, fabric IQ and like catalog, and also Azure blob storage web server. So you can also try like how we get going to connect this one and all. And yeah, I'll try this one. But once you upload any files, maybe I have already one file, but I don't have any data in this one. So once you add the data, then you can save this one and use this one. Okay, like which agent you want to use and all. So then, so once you're done, once you add ingest your data, then you can happy to utilize your data and you can prompt your agent. So this is how this so once you add data, this knowledge is added. So this knowledge we can call it as Foundry IQ. So yeah, this will try to give you the best responses out of it. Okay. So with that, I'll conclude this session. Like, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know so that I'm open to questions. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pratap, for your valuable session. It was really very informative.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Smita, for organizing this event. So thank you so much for the opportunity.